Passion is such a powerful, powerful feeling. It's a feeling of enthusiasm that we all have inside of us. Our passions are things that when we are surrounded by them or engaged in doing them, we feel alive, plugged in. We lose track of time, and we're often willing to do whatever it takes to master that which we are passionate about. Passions are connected to our soul purpose. They are what makes our hearts sing and can lead us to our purpose. For years, I've been speaking to audiences and young girls and executive women, telling them that if they find their passion, they could find a career, and by following your heart and following your passion, you could find something you love to do. And we know that living into our passions can make us feel alive. And although all of us have passions, oftentimes we just don't take the time to stop, identify them, and make that conscious effort to live into them in our day-to-day lives. I imagine it like a thesis of a paper when you were in school. You need to tie everything back to this, but if you don't take a second to understand what drives you and to really look at these things, then that could be really hard to do. You can actually get stuck just surviving in day-to-day challenges and obligations when there's a great deal of value in investing time to discover your deeply held passions and begin to make choices in favor of living into our most passionate life. A life of fulfillment, a life of happiness and joy. That's why I want to help you discover what you are most passionate about. And that begins with a reflection on things you want to do, be, or have. A remembering of the things you were doing when you felt a sense of aliveness and presence. People who are clear on their passion make a conscious decision to direct their efforts into doing things, report higher levels of happiness, and who doesn't want more happiness? When we are enthusiastic and proud of what we're doing, we're better equipped to overcome obstacles that will arise in the process of pursuing our passion. It can be that thesis. It can be what motivates you and helps you make decisions throughout your personal and professional life. If our goals are aligned with our passions, our self-discipline increases and we are more willing to work through difficulties and stress. If you're struggling to uncover these passions, then I am here for you. By listening to this brief audio and pausing to reflect, we can work together to find your passion. I am so excited to bring you the Passion Test. I'm very grateful to Chris Atwood and Janet Atwood that developed the Passion Test. This Passion Test helps you identify those things that are most important to you. It will help you take a pause and really think, what does drive me? What am I passionate about? And these things change over time because we learn, grow, and evolve as our vision expands. This is a tool that can be used to discover your life's purpose. So by doing this and starting with what you're passionate about, we can help guide your personal and professional career to align to these things that drive you and make everything more fulfilling. This Passion Test will help you understand your key elements to living that happy, fulfilled life. Studies have shown that successful people have all 5 of their top key success elements present in their life. The goal here is to be able to recognize what are those top 5 passions. Let's identify them and then commit to living them in their life. Thank you for going on this journey. I ask now that you go get a sheet of paper, find a space, both in your head and in your house, where you could take just a few minutes to reflect on 3 questions. Feel free to pause this audio while you collect your things in your headspace. The first step is to simply list 10 things that make your life and work ideal. With these accomplished, you will feel fulfilled and complete. Try filling in this sentence using action words like doing, giving, being, that will give it more energy, relaxing, enjoying, loving. When my life is ideal, I am. What are you doing when your life is ideal? Is it when my life is ideal? I'm serving the community. And this is very broad. So what I suggest is that you take this question, pause the audio, and spend a few minutes listing, again, 10 things that make your life and work ideal. When my life is ideal, I am. And write down what that is. Come up with at least 10, and we'll be back in a minute. Great job. You did it. You came up with 10. I bet you're feeling energized just from doing that. Now, the next step is to understand again that these are going to be prioritized. So what we want to do is go through each and almost rank them as if you were taking cards and putting the top one on top. So you take the first two and say your number one item is when my life is ideal, I am spending time with friends and family. You can take the second one. When my life is ideal, I'm helping others eat a healthy diet. And maybe you want to take healthy diet because you're really passionate about that and put that above. So what you'll do is you'll end up going through your list, then you take the next one, and you're basically ranking those. And you're prioritizing them to the top 5. So what I want you to do is just go through the list of 10 that you had. The first step is just to start there. Now, you want to figure out on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 means this passion is not present in your life at all, and 10 means that you're fully living that passion today, to rank them. So you'll have your list of 10. You'll come up with the top 5 winners that you identify the most with. And then from those top 5, you want to assign a score of 0 to 10. 0 meaning that it's not present right now. 10 meaning that it's totally present in your life. And I again suggest pausing the audio and completing this exercise and really taking the time to come up with your top 5 by going through that process. Again, wonderful job. I know it's not easy to rank your passions because you wrote them down for a reason, because you love them. And then you were challenged to come up with your top 5 and rate them by score. So now the next step is to elaborate on those 5. So what I want you to do is take the one with the highest score and go further down on your sheet of paper. And for each of these 5, we're going to create a few bullets, and we're going to expand on what that means to us. In the example I used earlier, when I'm feeling my happiness, when my life is ideal, I'm helping others eat a healthy diet. How? I'm certifying myself in holistic food. I am consciously sharing these methods with people through Facebook and recipes and friends and family. What are you doing to live that? I'm involved in a program and an outreach group that talks about this and allows us to share. I'm a member of my local farm co-op. What are you doing to live these things? So take your first one, your first passion with the highest score, and write a little story or paragraph or bullets, like I said, just to describe what your life would look like if you were fully living that passion. So we know kind of what it comes up with, what it means a little deeper. That's why I suggest doing 3 to 5 bullets for each thing. And now you want to give it as much detail as possible. Use as much of that paper as you need. If you were fully living that passion, what would it look like? Maybe you're living it today. You picked the one on the highest scale, so you're probably living it. But if you were really fully living that life, how could you do it to its extent that was most impactful to the world, to yourself, to others? And then what does that look like when you're fully living it? And you can even try writing, when I'm fully living my passion, I'm setting goals that align so that I can ensure that I am mentoring 100 people a year through workshops and one-on-one sessions. When you're fully living that passion, what does it look like? After you do this, I hope that you will have some clarity in 5 things that you can move forward with as a mission towards your true north, your true meaning, your strengths, your gifts, your passion, because when you pursue those, you will light up and that light will shine to others. You will be able to find more joy in your life. And when you find more joy, you work harder, you enjoy it. It won't seem like work. And it is possible to make income and to integrate these things into your life. Even as a corporate leader, you can do these things, and it could still be part of what brings you joy and helps you connect to those that you work with. And there's definitely tons of room in our personal lives to turn off the news and turn off the TV and just make a choice a little bit a day to live towards these passions. This will allow us to create an amazing legacy, because we never know when we're going to go, and all we have is now. So I'm grateful that you're taking this opportunity to think about your passions, but most of all, to put this list somewhere where you revisit it and you start to see how you could take what it looks like when you're fully living those passions and put them into goals. Best of luck to you. And may you find this tool useful as you change in life, to revisit it and to constantly evaluate what really brings you joy and happiness. Wishing you all the best. One love.